morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the day support resistance pivot levels. It is Monday, 2nd of November. Looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar, we're looking at the hourly candlesticks here. Mixed start to the day for Bitcoin. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a fall through the pivot at 13,753. Support around at the first major resistance level, saying at 13,895. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from the morning high that was at 13,836. Buying an extended rally on the day. Expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 14,000 to limit any upside on the day. In the event of a breakout, second major resistance level sits at 14,034. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level sitting at 13,614 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, should see Bitcoin steer clear of sub 13,500 levels. Second major support level sits at 13,472. Looking at the MACD, we're seeing a widening of the bearish histogram supportive of this pullback that we're seeing here, but nothing conclusive for the day ahead, so we need to keep an eye on that. On the EMAs, 50's holding its ground against the 100 and the 200, so that is also inconclusive. So key through the early part of the morning, avoid a fall through the pivot and break through the morning high to bring that first major resistance level and 14,000 levels back into play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, particularly bullish start to the day here. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fall back through to sub 400 levels to support a run at the second major resistance level sitting at 405.78. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break out from the morning high 404.49 however. So barring an extended rally through the day, expect that second major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, could see Ethereum test resistance at 410 before any pullback. Second major resistance level and 410 should cap any upside. The third major resistance level sits at 418.34. A fallback through to sub 400s and the pivot level at 393.22 would bring the first major support level sitting at 388.78 into play. Barring an extended sell-off, Ethereum should steer clear of sub 380s. Second major support level sits at 380.66. Looking at the MACD, we're seeing a marked widening of the bullish histogram supportive of this early rally. And on the EMA, we're seeing a bullish cross formation there. The 50 pushing through the 100 or looking like it's about to, and narrowing on the 200. So key through the early part of the morning, avoid sub 400s to then bring that second major resistance level and 410s into play. Failure to avoid sub 400s and we could see a reversal of that early morning gain. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, also a positive start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 55.32 to support another run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 56.53. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break back through to 56.5 levels. However, so barring an extended rally through the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended breakout, should see Litecoin test the second major resistance level at 57.41. A fall through the pivot level would bring the first major support level at 54.44 and the 23.6% pivot at 54 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should steer clear of sub 54s. Second major support level sits at 53.23. Looking at the MACD, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram supportive of this early upside, and we're seeing the 50 EMA. That's a bullish cross through the 100 and the 200 looking like it's imminent there, also suggesting further upside on the day ahead. So look out for that bullish cross. That would suggest a run through to 57 levels and beyond. Finally, looking at Ripple XRP against the US dollar, particularly bullish start to the morning. We've seen Ripple's XRP break through the first major resistance level at 0.2421 and the second major resistance level sitting at 0.2444 before easing back. Then you see Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through that first major resistance level at 0.2421 to support another run at that second major resistance level at 0.2444. Breakout from the morning high 0.24489 would bring the third major resistance level at 0.2487 and resistance at 0.25 into play. A fall through that first major resistance level and the pivot at 0.2395 would bring the first major support level sitting at 0.2375 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of sub 0.2350 levels. Second major support level sits at 0.2349. Looking at the MACD, we've got a marked widening of the bullish histogram there, supportive of this early upside, and we're seeing the 50 narrow on the 100 and the 200, supportive of further upside on the day. So key through the early part of the day, avoid a fall through that first major resistance level to break out from the morning high to then give Ripple's XRP a run at 0.25. Fall through that first major resistance level and you could see a reversal of the morning gains and bring support levels into play.